on the level.
Hey, what's up guys, Ashish Noel here, and this is my first video, and trust me, it's gonna be super interesting. So in this video I'm gonna talk about 5G, the upcoming mobile network. It's already created a lot of hype, and it's a faster network. It's faster than 4G, and I've categorized this video into 4 parts. The first one, what is 5G and its pros, and in the second one I'm gonna dig deep into the topic and explain about 5G and its cons. And the third one is 5G a good idea in India? The last one, the solution. So jumping off right in the video, the first one, what is 5G? 5G is the successor of 4G, as most of you guys know. So, and it's a faster network. How fast? It has increased its network speed to 15 times more than that of 4G. You heard me right, 15 times more. Using 4G, at its peak, you can get up to 100 megabytes per second. But with 5G, you can easily get up to 1.5 gigabyte per second. That's 1500 megabits per second. That's insane. So with such high speed network, if you try to install an application or a large file, it'll be smooth as butter. So smooth, it'll be very fast. And if your phone has good performance, then you can experience 5G at its fullest. Digging deep down into this topic, so what actually is 5G? So 5G, as you guys know, is a fast network, and it's 15 times more. That's all what I talked about. But in 5G network, the signal is being transmitted at a higher rate. The problem with that high rate frequency is, higher the frequency, lesser the range. That means when you're standing near a 5G transmitter, you get up to 1500 megabits per second. But if you move away from that, like up to 100 feet or 3 blocks away, then your signal drops down to 4G. So you can't have that experience of 5G if you move out of its perimeter. So 5G network has smaller range, so it has a confined perimeter for itself. So you gotta stay in that perimeter in order to have that 5G experience, or else you just have to do with your regular 4G network. The 4G network bandwidth is 2 gigahertz to 6 gigahertz, whereas 5G bandwidth is all the way from 24 gigahertz to 100 gigahertz, which is way more than 4G. So yeah, you get a faster network. But if you compare a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi router and a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi router, you get a better coverage in 2.4 gigahertz. 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi router, you won't get much coverage. That means higher the frequency, lesser the range. And obstacles like trees, buildings, walls, and even rain can hamper your 5G network signal. So if there's anything that is an obstacle for the radiation, that's it. You won't have that 5G experience. Your network is eventually gonna drop down to 4G, which is bad. So currently in America, Verizon is the company that's manufacturing these 5G transmitters, and even America doesn't have 5G transmitters all over the country, but in some cities. So you won't find 5G transmitters everywhere in America, but in some parts of the country, in some cities. Many of you might have a misbelief that high frequency radiation can be harmful. So in 2014, the World Health Organization stated that there have been no adverse effects caused by mobile phone radiation, mobile phone network radiation to be precise. So there have been no adverse effects, not only in 2014 but till now. There have been no recorded cases, and the World Health Organization and the IARC, International Agency for Research on Cancer, together stated that all radio radiation are possibly carcinogenic. But don't worry, they are possibly carcinogenic, but there have been no recorded cases that people have been killed just because of a high frequency radiation or mobile phone network radiation. So there's nothing to worry, it's all safe. So coming to the third one. The third one is 5G a good idea in India? According to my opinion, I think it's too early for 5G in India. As I told you earlier, higher the frequency, lesser the range. Let's put that aside. Just keep it in your mind that higher the frequency, lesser the range. So you know our Indian neighborhoods, you know our Indian streets. We've got somewhere around 357,000 streets in India. So, and our uneven neighborhoods. Uneven neighborhoods in the sense, consider you're living in a 2-story high-rise building and the buildings surrounding your building are comparatively smaller. So you're being an obstacle for those buildings, for those people living in those buildings. I've told you that 5G network can easily get hampered by walls, buildings, trees and even rain. So 5G is a difficult task to achieve in India as of now, but we can hope for a better network in coming futures. And do let me know in the comments what you think about the future of 5G in India. So the fourth one, the solution is we can avoid that trouble of having networks being switched between 4G and 5G constantly by placing more number of 5G transmitters. That's easy to sound, but it comes at huge cost, huge expense. But this solution has to work because 5G transmitters have less perimeters. So when you go out of the perimeter of one transmitter, you get into connection with the other. So you are not losing that connection. You might be away for a millisecond or so, but you are gonna get into connection with the other. So there is no chance of leaving that 5G experience, this 5G field. You'll have that experience for a constant time. So that's the solution. And here's a bonus fact, fun fact. So birds don't get killed by 5G radiation. You heard me right, birds don't get killed by 5G radiation. So a scientist named Joe Kirschvink stated that birds don't get killed by 5G radiation or any high frequency radiation. Here's why. Nocturnal migrating birds get attracted towards light and they start circling around that light, around those stars, and they end up running into those wires. So after they run into those wires, they eventually fall down to the ground and are eaten up by predators as usual. So as the life cycle goes. That's it for the video. I hope you guys liked it. If you like, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. So I'm gonna be posting more content about tech, and I'll be covering some of photography and videography and some editing things on YouTube. And that's it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.